It's Week 11 of the NFL. Today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the reigning NFC champs on EA Sports.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D, as their guys will do battle with the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Season is hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Come on, man. Let's go.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're led out by Aaron Rodgers, who won Super Bowl 45 right here in this very stadium.
And in fine fashion, too. The MVP, what did he throw for? Over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns?
3 touchdowns.
Boy, he had a big day, and they needed every bit of that in beating Pittsburgh for another championship for the Green Bay Packers. But when you watch him play, how much fun is it to see him go out there, dissect defenses with...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Cowboys have taken the early lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From the 6. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. This is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. On second and in.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it second and 6. The numbers a week ago for Michelle. 11 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Flag comes in. This might be a complete on the slant. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like apps. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw here to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. On first down, Rodgers. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And again, it's Rodgers. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now it's Rodgers. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Now this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And they take a knee. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great.
Let's go, let's go!
So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And it's the Patriots leading that one in the second quarter. 3 touchdown passes there for Mac Jones. From there, let's get down to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they trail in their ball game at halftime to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Mixon has a run for a touchdown. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were winners in their ball game as they beat the visiting Washington football team. Josh Allen, excellent in the victory as his guys pushed their record up to 8-3 on the year. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important, too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Loss of about 3.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down. And it's in the area of holding. Liam Eichenberg, 2nd-round pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, the guilty party. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Carry by Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Play action now. Prescott. Getting to the line. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That's complete to Turner. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. This to make it a 3-score game late. Myers' kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So he's been automatic to this point of the season and reconnects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And quickly they get to the line. Well, Prescott here to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Cowboys are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way. They'll take it. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
That catch good for only a couple. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. To throw, it's Rodgers. His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen them under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Dallas, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.